Hello everyone, Misfit here from the cOOp guys, back on Feed the Beast server. So, last time I was talking about the biomass and biofuel that was going to set up for the boilers. I worked a great deal on it off camera, and then I haven't really been on since, except to put compost in the thing, and this is what I've got so far. This took a long time actually to get all this biofuel, and it's not just biofuel, it's also biomass. So been tinkering with stuff a little bit, so let's have a look. I moved all the engines and the fermenters down directly below the sugarcane farm, so the sugarcane farm is pumping all the stuff out. Got our 2 fermenters up, which I'm not entirely sure I need to, because this one, for some reason, is going it's going constantly, and I think I can actually, if I wanted, I could slap another engine or a more powerful engine onto this, and I could produce it faster. This one doesn't get that many. It does keep going, but not an awful lot. If I sped this one up, I probably wouldn't need that one at all. So I might move this one over to the wheat farm eventually. But right now I've got these relays underneath putting compost in, and I've been doing that manually, which is annoying, but it's something I'll be addressing pretty soon. But then the biomass goes all the way over here. Up we go. Along this liquiduct, which shares the biomass into these 3 tanks. 2 of them are completely filled up. This one here is about 3/4 full, but it's getting there. It took so long to get this. The biomass would build up pretty quickly, but the problem was getting it into the biofuel, because I think it's about 3 buckets of this makes 1 bucket of that. So basically these 3 tanks here, when completely filled and converted, would fill up 1 of those tanks. So 1, 2, 3, so that's 9. The equivalent of 12 of these tanks I've had to produce, and it's taken a while and a lot of compost. And what I've been doing, really, I've been doing a lot of other things in real world, so I've just been popping on, making some compost, popping it in the relays, and then signing off again, so not too much. But yeah, the biomass will come out of these tanks and gets fed into some more biogas engines and these stills, and no, these ones aren't working too well. The stills will convert the biomass into biofuel, and it gets fed into these 3 tanks here. But what I did at the front here is that these 2 tanks on the side are feeding into this one to make sure this one is as full as it can be, because down below, boilers. This also took a long time as well, so I had to wait a while for the fuel to build up, because I wanted these to get to maximum temperature, which required a lot of fuel. But yeah, this thing is running brilliantly, and I've also got the turbines on here. So we've got 2 boilers, and it's really difficult to see. Sorry, I built it in a kind of rush. But so we've got these 2. These are high pressure steam boilers with liquid fuel boxes. So they'll take liquid fuel, and the high pressure means it takes a while for it to heat up, but when it does, it makes a lot of fuel. So each one of these high pressure boilers is enough to power 2 of these steam turbines, plus an additional 2 steam engines. I think it's the industrial ones, I can't remember. But yeah, so we've got these steam turbines, which I'm going to use to make EU. They don't have any rotors yet, but that's a little bit down the line. I just wanted to get the boilers here and working. So this thing is just constantly using fuel, but it was just a little bit of a waste. Can I get out of this hole? Yep, there we go. So it's a little bit of a waste right now, because it's not doing anything. Oh god, it's not doing anything with the fuel. But before I want to do anything with the fuel, I want to make sure that the fuel isn't going to run out. And the only way of really doing that is is making sure I can resupply the compost automatically. So that's what I'm going to be working on today indirectly, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure on the math of all this yet, but what I do know is that this is when those boilers have fully heated up, which they are. Not all the fuel that's being produced is being fed into the boilers, so we're getting a gradual buildup of biomass here. So could maybe put a third or a fourth boiler on. I don't know. My initial math was for if all 6 of these stills were running, I could get 6 boilers running. That may be the case. I might need another fermenter for that. Probably will. But a lot of the thing is, as I said, that fermenter with these 4 farms going isn't really. Those four farms aren't keeping up with both fermenters, so may have to grab the wheat from there and feed it in. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to make more of these boilers for the purposes of making EU anyway, because this stuff took a lot of steel to make. I mean, these steam turbines, let's have a look at the recipe for that. Steam turbine block, come on, there we go, steam turbine housing. For 3 blocks, you need 4 steel plates, which is 4 bits of steel in a rolling machine that gives you 3 of them. And then a block of steel, 4 blocks of steel even, and it's 9 bits of steel compressed. So that's a lot of steel for 3 of these, and you need to do this recipe 4 times for 1 of these turbines, and I've made 4 of them. So a lot of steel, and it uses up steel to keep it running, because when you make the rotor that you put in this, it takes 99 steel for 1 rotor, and that will be 4 of them, so about 400 steel. And it will, and if this thing is constantly being used, it will use up, those rotors will last 41 hours. So almost 2 days I'd be needing to put 400 steel, so that's about, I need to make over 200 steel a day to keep that running. So probably not going to use that for the matter fabricator in the long term. I think, I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to use this for the matter fab, and then use the matter fab to get enough UU matter to make one of the advanced solar panels, and then I put the advanced solar panel into the matter fab and stop using this, which is a shame because I put a lot of effort into this and I'm not done. But I want to finish up the automation of these farms and link them together, just so that the others, if they need a lot of fuel, then they can just come along and use it. They can just pipe it directly wherever they need to go, because this stuff will just constantly make quite a lot of fuel. And if I shut those boilers down, should be enough to power a couple of boilers wherever they need it. But what I want to work on today is this tree farm, because as I said last time, I had some issues with it, and I'm still not entirely sure what's going on with it. This top one, it keeps doing this, where it will take the bottom log, but it won't take the top. That I'm not entirely sure if that farm down there is going to be able to reach all these, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to move it down again. I don't even know if I've got enough room to do that. So I'm going to ignore the top one for now, even though I've set up the pipes for it. I've been changing the pipes around, and it's because I've completely gutted out the machinery that was down there. Let's go down and have a look. Here we go. So completely ripped it all out, and I'm going to rebuild it. But I'm going to rebuild it better, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use more of this stuff. And I did have a whole bunch of the Buildcraft pipes, which are in there. Don't want to use them, or I want to limit their use as much as possible. I do have them coming from that will just draw the sand out of the farm and put it into this relay, and the relay up top, and then that's just all going to feed into this barrel here. But what I want to do is set up all the pipes. I'm going to build this the opposite way. Last time I had the machines and then I connected the pipes together. This time I want to lay out the pipes first, and then put the machines onto the pipes. And I'm going to do another thing I'm going to do differently from last time is these filters. What I didn't know last time, let's grab some of that. What I didn't know before, in fact, I could do a little demo actually. So, I'll just do it before. What I didn't know last time is that these filters, if you use them actually as a filter, then it can sort where different things go if you color the pipes. So let's just grab a couple of these paint brushes, which I already grabbed. So let's just make that green. Yeah, that should do it. I've not quite tested this either, so this will be interesting to see. I don't. Yeah, let's just put a barrel here. Again, this is just a test, so it's a bit messy. Right. So right now, as it is, let's see what this will do actually. Just put this dirt in there. I've got the relay the wrong way. That doesn't help. So there we go. Turn the relay the right way around. So put the 4 dirt in there. Feed it into the filter, which will just send it wherever, the closest inventory spot. And if I did that again, it might send it the other way. Let's have a check. Yeah, well, it's still sending it this way. Not too bad. But if I change the color on this filter, see, what color was it? It's dark green, that one. Oh, yeah. Well, that should just send all items to that chest that get fed into it. There we go. See, they're all heading to green. Oh no. Why did you not go into this thing? Maybe I need to paint that one. Or I've got the wrong color. Green paintbrush. Does that actually see what it kind of is? No, it doesn't. Alright, we'll try that one more time. Pop that in there. See what happens. It's the same color. I don't know why it's not going over there. This could be problematic. But anyway, that's not exactly how I wanted to use them. What I did want to use them for is if you put one item in there, so that will now filter the rubber wood. So if I pop in the rubber wood there, should send it to green now. There we go. So that's going into green. But if I try and put the dirt in there, where's that dirt gone? Oh, there's no place for it to go. Okay, okay. Might be quite smart like that then. So if I did this, there we go, and the relay sends it to that barrel. Perfect. So I don't even need that. I probably don't even need to paint them if that's the case. But I will need to, because I'm going to have a whole bunch of these pipes connected together. So one of the problems I had last time, I don't know if you remember, I had the humus one there, and had a barrel of humus that was pulled out by a filter, and I had the output of the farms here, so I had saplings and rubberwood. And what was happening was the humus was ending up all inside the farm in the wrong place. So there was humus ending up in there. We also had rubberwood ending up in there as well. So I had a big weird system of pipes set up. That's going to be different this time because the humus and the saplings are gonna, and the rubberwood are all gonna have painted pipes to go to. So they won't theoretically they won't go anywhere else. I just want to test that to make absolutely sure. So I'm going to put a barrel in there. So that's set up for rubber wood. So let's see if I put the rubber wood in there. It went down. Why did it go down? Okay. I'm gonna try and build this, but I honestly don't know why it was not doing that. I haven't really read up on this. Probably should have. But I'm gonna go ahead and set up these pipes and see where I'll end up putting the machines. So I'll be back with you in a short while. Alright, this paint stuff doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. That little problem I had before when I was showing off, well, I was trying to show off it determining what color place to send it to, doesn't quite work. I know a sorting machine does do that, but since the last time I tried a sorting machine with the wheat farm, I've been trying to avoid them because they're a bit bulky to set up with all the power and all that. So I was trying to set up the filters with the colors to send them to specific places, but it wasn't really working. So I've done the complete opposite, which is instead of having the filters send to certain places, I'm going to have them receive. So I've come up with this really ugly setup, and I'm fine with it being ugly because it really is just a proof of concept. But what I've got going on here, this is a little complicated, but I have connected the farms together. I think the best place to start is actually get the flying going. Break through the glass. Alright, so let's start. We'll start with the logger here. Okay, so we got our logger. So that will chop away all the trees and the saplings, and they'll get sent down into this relay. And then the relay, which is right there, will feed down into this pipe. Into this network of pipes, I should say. But there's although there's a ton of places to go, there's only a few where it actually where it's supposed to go, and where the relay will actually be able to send it. It won't be able to send it into this filter here because this filter is set up to only accept humus. So it can't send it in there, and there's another filter right at the very top, which also accepts humus for the top farm. This filter here will only accept rubber wood, and then that rubber wood will go through this relay into the centrifuge. So this part has changed from before, and the centrifuge will pump out everything into this pipe, and any filled cells will go down through this relay into the extractor, and then the extractor will pump the empty cells back into the centrifuge. I've taken out the other extractor though, the one that turned sticky resin into rubber balls, because I think I'll actually be able to store more as sticky resin, and if we do need a lot of rubber, we can just transport it around sticky resin, because in one sticky resin makes 3 rubber, so it's a bit more compact if we store it like that. But this diamond pipe will send any plant balls and sticky resin up back into this pipe network. Now this is what I was trying to get working before, but wasn't able to. I hope this will work this time, where everything travels through the same pipes, but they all know exactly where they're supposed to go. And I've done that by just spamming the place with filters and relays. I've probably gone a bit too heavy on it. Like, I don't need a relay here or here. Well, actually, this relay is kind of necessary because it connects the Buildcraft pipes to the pneumatic tubes, and it sends them along like a filter does. This relay here, don't need. It could have been a hopper, but I used the relay because you can hold 9 as opposed to, although I guess that one could be a hopper, because I'm not going to have 9 stacks of cells. Could have 9 stacks of rubber wood though, so that's important. And the filter is there because the relay doesn't act like a filter. Could have just used, in this instance, I could have used just the filter as opposed to the relay, but I don't want, well, it's going to happen anyway, but the filter would get clogged up with rubber wood. But the more this holds, the more this will centrifuge, the longer it runs. And this centrifuge is actually quite important, as is hidden over here. You can't tell because the front face has disappeared. It's a macerator. And this macerator will macerate. It will macerate the plant balls, because the plant balls are going to come out of that relay into this network. There is no place for the macerator to go except, sorry, the macerator, the plant balls. No place for the plant balls to go except for this filter and that barrel. But because of that restriction tube, it will feed to this filter first. Ideally, I haven't tested this yet. So it will go into this macerator. Macerator will macerate the plant balls into dirt. Dirt will come out of this filter, and it will go 3 places. First place it will go to is this auto crafting table. And this auto crafting table will hopefully craft wheat and dirt together to form compost. And then the compost will travel along that tube, and the tube travels over there to the sugarcane farm where the fermenters are. So that is where the compost will be mainly sent. But when those fermenters are full and the compost has no place else to go, it will instead go through this restriction tube into this auto crafting table, which makes humus. But it also needs the dirt, and the dirt, basically, when that is filled with compost, this will stop sending the compost there, and instead it will send it in here. But when that's filled up with compost and there's no place for it to go, it will stop taking dirt. And when it stops taking dirt, this will be an invalid place for the dirt to go. So then it will send it down this restriction tube and go into that. So that's where we get how the dirt goes there. And then the dirt, when both of those are full, will go up there and into a barrel through 3 different restriction tubes. The saplings are also connected with filters at the top of the farms, so you can just about see them. One on top and another one on top of the other farm, and they're filters with a sapling in them, so they'll only accept saplings. The last thing I did was put a wooden pipe inside of the farms and put relays, and that's going to take all the sand out and pump it straight to the barrels. Don't even need the restriction tube for that. So it is a bit of a mess down here. Oh, what I've also done is got 2 liquid ducts here. They don't have anything in them at the moment, but that will be sorted shortly. One of them, this one here, I believe, yes, this one is going to have biofuel, and this one will have biomass. Biomass will power the engines, and it will also power this bio generator, which, one second, this is how you, bio generator, this is how you make it. So starter casing, which is 8 bronze, 2 bits of glass, 6 gold, and this will turn either biogas, biomass, or biofuel into EU. But you're wondering why I didn't think of that before. Well, I did. I didn't want tons of them though, because they don't make a lot. If you feed it biomass, which this one will be, it will generate 8 EU per tick, and this one here, which will have biofuel, will generate 16. But this one's only powering 1 machine, and this one's only powering 2. So 8 EU per machine. So that should do it fine. I've also got these autarkic gates set up here, so that when there are items in the inventory, it will suck them out and send them where to go. So I am using some Buildcraft pipes here, but much less than before. And I replaced it with over double the amount of tubes that were here before. So, this is a bit of a nightmare. What else have I done? Let's go back out here, because this other farm hasn't, sugarcane farm hasn't changed, except I now have a tube going underground that leads into these relays with the compost. So when this actually starts working, it should start filling up with compost. And the only thing I've really done over here, back at the wheat farm. Oh, no, bad camera controls, I apologize. There we go. So, this will, there's a filter at the end of this tube back by the auto crafting table which will only accept wheat. So any wheat that's made will no longer go straight to this barrel. It will first check to see if it can go into that auto crafting table first, and if it can't, then it will go into this barrel. I also restarted this farm because it's stalled again. All the farms filled up with wheat, which is very bizarre. But this should be up and running pretty soon. Oh, we just got some seeds. Did they go in the right place? Yeah, they'll go in the right place. No. Alright, we've got wheat going different places. Alright, that's an easy fix. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yeah, that's why, because I just started this thing up. The seed slots became empty, and the pneumatic tubes just filled them up. It's a bit annoying how that happens, but it's not perfect. Still haven't... Yeah, I was going to put a relay on this. I haven't done that yet. It's a quick fix, but I've been too busy trying to get these things connected. As I said, I think this works. I did encounter a slight problem earlier with the auto crafting tables. I'm not sure filters work with them. In terms of drawing the items out of an auto crafting table, but only the stuff that's being crafted. I'll go over and show you what I mean. Almost show you. I'm not going to actually do it, but I will show you. But kind of makes sense, Misfit. There we go. Auto crafting table. So before, I just had one of each of these here, ready to make a compost. Then I turned this filter on, and it took out the items one at a time, and emptied the recipe, which I thought was very bizarre. Oh, we just got some wheat into the relay. Is that going in here? It's going in here. It's not going in evenly though. I don't need a relay there. I just need a chest. In fact, I might replace that with a chest. I might put a chest there, and I might put a chest there. Alright, I'm going to do that, because I think that'll be a bit more stable than just these filters. 1 second. Ugh, I can never quite get away from Buildcraft pipes, can I? Well, in any case, I got rid of those filters, and I replaced them with relays. I was going to put chests there, but then I realised that those wouldn't actually pump stuff into the chests. So I've got wooden pipes with an autarkic gate and a regular gate. Regular OR gate, I think. Basically, this detects whether there is space in that relay, and then it will set a red pipe signal back here. And then the red pipe signal will turn on an energy pulsar. So only when there's space in this relay will this pump stuff out of the auto crafting table. Otherwise, stuff will just build up in this chest, which is going to be filled with solely wheat. I don't actually have one for this. Hopefully it will just take it. I don't think it does though. I just thought of that. Alright, got a chest. Where's this gonna go then? Where are you gonna go, buddy? Cause I need that there. This is a pickle. This is a bit of a pickle. So I can't put it there. I could move that. But I need to move it. Okay, this might be an issue. It's something I'll probably sort out off camera. For the meantime though, most of this should work. So, I need to just turn all this stuff on. So the first thing I need to do is I need to use this crescent hammer to get the biomass and the biofuel flowing. So, there we go. There's the biomass, and there's the biofuel. They should be coming right through here. There we go. That should be generating. Although those Mies machines aren't... Oh, that is doing something. And it's powered. That's good. Macerator shouldn't be doing anything. It shouldn't have stuff to do. Nah, it wasn't doing anything. That has got nothing to do yet. But that's fine. And I don't need to prevent an overflow on this, because I think there's only one stack of cells in here, so that's okay. Right. What else do I need to do? Those engines should be filling up now. Good. Turn this on. Except it won't do anything, because there's no humus. Oh, we need the humus. We need the humus. Oh, we got some compost in here. That's convenient. And we need some dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll do just now. And I need a crafting table. Yeah, I could have set up for this a little bit better. Liquid ducts are a bit glitchy. As if you drop an item on them, you'll see them dance all over the place. Okay, so compost, dirt. I don't have enough dirt, so let's just make do. Okay. So, it's 4 stacks of humus that... Oh, I think that was me. I heard a sound, don't know what it was, must have been me walking in the sand. That's the filter. I need the farm. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that should get to replanting, which is good. But in order to kickstart this thing, we're going to need some rubber wood to put into that centrifuge. So, good thing we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab some of that, and we'll shove it in the relay. See if it does its thing. Oh, it definitely did its thing. Alright, so that is centrifuging away, and the lag is increased. Because it's a low powered system, and centrifuges hate me. Still not been able to figure out whether or not we can turn off that animation in a config file or something. It's not something we've had too much knowledge of, but anyway. So, goes in that relay? That would be humus. So let's send this one little errant piece of humus away. Make sure it goes where it's supposed to go. Excellent. It went in there. Hopefully when that fills up with humus, which should be close to being anyway, it'll head up to the top. So yeah, let's have a little look. Make sure everything's working alright. We've got wheat coming in here. No dirt yet. We haven't had any. It takes a little while for this to centrifuge. Oh, 95 recipes. Whew. Let's see if I can find it. Come on. Where are you? If I pass by it, I will be so annoyed. Oh, there we go. 250 seconds, so that's 4 minutes. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so it's going to take a little while, but when we do it, everything should start kicking off. So I'm going to sit here and watch this for a while, and I will be back to report on our progress. Alright, I've been watching this for a little while, probably about 10 minutes or so, and it's working really well. I'm really surprised. There was a slight hiccup. There was a pipe there on the side of that filter, and the same in the one above, which allowed any item to flow into this filter. So I had plant balls, sticky resin, and rubber wood all in this filter, which meant that any of those items could get fed up into that farm. So I cleared that pipe out, and once I did that, everything's working brilliantly. I am pleasantly surprised with this mess. It is a bit of a mess, but this, as I said, this is like a proof of concept. This thing works brilliantly. And the next time I build one of these, because it will be my own personal one, I'll design it so that it looks a lot better and things like that. But I mean, like, all being sorted into the right places. This really is filled up with wood. Most of that was from before, but I just filled it up just to make sure there was enough in this. The extractor's keeping up with the centrifuge okay. Yeah, as long as there's at least, I don't know, 16 cells in there, it will work fine. The compost in the sugarcane farm for the fermenters has already filled up, and I was wondering whether or not this would actually take the spare compost, and it did. It's all sitting right there. So this thing is now filling up with compost. Hopefully, when this thing gets full, it'll probably still be a little while, but when that gets full, the dirt will start going, instead of going into there, it will head into here, and then that will start making humus, and then this thing will be entirely self-sufficient. I won't have to manually do things here again, except for perhaps move some stuff out of storage, which is something I'm going to do now. Something I made ages ago, but meaning to actually put these things on. Extra dimensional storage upgrades. This is how you make a barrel a big barrel. If you didn't know, just a little reminder. Extra dimensional storage upgrade. 4 dark iron ingots, leather, 2 blaze rods, a barrel, and an ender pearl. These two we have bundles of. And now we've got this tree farm back up and running. We'll have plenty of wood for barrels. We have cows for leather. Dark iron, we've got plenty of iron, and although we lost the dark iron forge, we were able to make some more ingots, so I made a ton of these things. So I'm just gonna, and if you didn't know, you can't just right click on them or anything like that. You have to shift and right click, and it turns them into big barrel. Just like that. Yeah, let's just do them all. Why not, eh? Definitely need some of these at the sugar cane and back at the wheat farms. Oh, and actually, I'll probably need some new barrels for the wheat farm, and I think I've got a couple of barrels here. Yep. But yeah, this thing is working. I am well chuffed with this. So this thing will just continuously run, generating lots of biofuel, filling up our boilers, filling up these barrels. Everything should be hunky-dory. Look at these splits. So yeah, I guess the only thing left to do with this is actually utilize these boilers. And that is what I will be doing next episode, where I hopefully will be able to make our matter fabricator, and I'll probably place it right here where I'm standing. The original plan was to have 6 more iron tanks here, and fermenter running off that. Although I think I'm just gonna link the wheat from there over there. And I do have a pipe running to there now, so I could probably do that. But yeah, I'll probably put the matter fabricator underground here. But that's for next time. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Hope you didn't mind the mess too much. But it's a cool system, and I'm really liking it, and I will refine it for when I make a better version. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye now.